Sarah, a widow in her early 50s, sits in her living room, surrounded by photographs of her late husband, John. She takes a deep breath, her hand trembling as she lifts a cup of tea. Her reflection on the window reveals a woman worn by grief but still clinging to hope. Sarah Benson was a woman of great strength. She had spent 30 beautiful years with John, her husband, her soulmate, and her best friend. But 6 months ago, her world shattered when she lost him to a sudden illness. Sarah's daily routine is nothing more than ordinary. A solitary breakfast, a walk in the park, and evenings spent staring at a blank TV screen. Her daughter, Emma, visits occasionally, but Sarah's loneliness is palpable. Her days passed in silence. Her nights, even quieter. Until one evening, when she stumbled upon a small act that would change everything, joining an online community for widows. Sarah hesitates before typing her first post in the support group.
It's been 6 months since I lost my husband, and some days it feels like the pain will never end. Does it get easier?
Moments later, a reply pings. Somebody named Michael Carter responds.
I know exactly how you feel. I lost my wife, Lisa, 2 years ago. It's not easy, but sharing your feelings helps. You're not alone, Sarah.
Sarah stares at the screen, the words offering a glimmer of comfort. Over the following days, their messages grow more personal.
Lisa was my everything. But now, it's just me and my daughter, Emily. She's 12, and she's the reason I keep going.
John and I never had children. I can't imagine how hard it must be for Emily to grow up without her mother.
Sarah did not mention her daughter intentionally. The relationship of Sarah and Michael starts blossoming. Sarah smiles as she reads a late-night message from Michael. They exchange stories about their spouses, Michael sharing a photo of his late wife and a tearful memory of their wedding day. Michael sends Sarah a voice message with Emily's laughter in the background. For Sarah, Michael was more than a friend, he was a kindred spirit, someone who truly understood her pain. Their conversations became the highlight of her day. One evening, they moved to video calls. Sarah nervously adjusts her hair before answering. But right before the call, Michael tells Sarah that his camera is having issue and they have to switch to voice call. Michael says,
You sound lovely, Sarah.
Sarah blushes, a warmth she hadn't felt in months spreading through her.
You're kind, Michael. It's been a long time since anyone said that to me.
Weeks later, Michael calls with excitement in his voice.
Sarah, I have to tell you something amazing. A friend of mine is selling his coffee plantation in Brazil. It's been my dream to invest in something like this.
That sounds incredible. Are you thinking of buying it?
I wish I could. I've saved up most of the money, but I'm $15,000 short. I've tried everything: loans, selling old stuff, but it's not enough. I hate to even mention this, but you've become someone I trust. Do you think you could help? I'd pay you back, every cent.
Sarah freezes, her heart torn. She recalls how genuine Michael has been, but doubts linger. Sarah confides in her daughter, Emma, over dinner.
Mom, this sounds fishy. You've never even met this guy. What if he's not who he says he is?
Emma, he's shown me pictures, he's shared stories about his life. He even introduced me to his daughter on a call.
Photos can be stolen. Calls don't prove anything. Just promise me you'll think this through before sending any money.
Sarah nods, but remains conflicted. Later that night, she pulls out her checkbook. Weeks after sending the money, Sarah notices Michael has grown distant. Calls go unanswered, messages remain unread. Panic sets in. Sarah's worst fears were confirmed when Michael disappeared without a trace. His phone number was disconnected, and his social media accounts were gone. Sarah hires a private investigator who uncovers the truth. Michael Carter wasn't a widower. He was part of a sophisticated scam ring operating from overseas. The investigator shows Sarah the photos Michael sent. They were stolen from a public Instagram account. I'm sorry, Mrs. Benson, but this is a textbook romance scam. These people prey on vulnerable individuals. Sarah sits at her kitchen table, holding her head in her hands. Emma places a comforting hand on her shoulder.
It's not your fault, Mom. These people are professionals. But we need to warn others.
Inspired, Sarah records a video message for social media.
I'm sharing my story because I don't want anyone else to go through what I did. If someone online asks you for money, no matter how genuine they seem, stop and think. Verify everything. Protect yourself.
Sarah may have lost her money, but she gained a mission to protect others from falling into the same trap. Let her story be your shield. Share this story to your family and friends to protect them.